Wow.
Wow, this is some really deep stuff.
I don't know what just happened, but something happened inside of me. Something snapped, something shift.
I wasn't expecting that either.
Sorry.
It's okay. It's all right. It's beautiful.
Monster is like really small, but it had to become that to stop me.
And then the hurt child became present when you mentioned it.
And I didn't realize this until now.
There were things that I didn't remember until now.
It's funny. I haven't seen that before.
It feels like I'm the monster. I'm kind of seeing images of things. Of a world where they can exist. This clarity brings all kinds of answers.
It's clear. She hugged me and then went back to her place, I guess, in my heart. Oh, it wants to come out. It wants to bippity boppity boop Cinderella me. She's melted into my chest. It's ooey gooey.
All week been finishing things, cleaning up more, started eating vegetables again last week. And it kind of just started happening. It's almost like I just finished going through a meditation session.
I feel light. When you hit that first joint, in the morning, and
I actually feel a lot more awake.
Last time there was you had met a 5-year-old part, I think, that was busy with all of its limbs were busy working on a machine. And did you do any work with that part since then? Or was there any evolution in that?
No.
Okay.
I'm embarrassed to say I don't know what it is. I want to, I guess, I don't know, maybe that's the part we should talk to, is the part that's so resistant to, I'll sit and check in, but then I don't spend time. I'll just kind of be okay, hi, does anybody need anything? And then I just kind of start to daydream.
Mm-hmm.
And I know that we did it that one time together, and that was super helpful. I don't know why I'm so resistant to it.
Yeah, we can look at that if you want, or anything else. I'm curious, when you do that, hi, does anybody need anything? Are you starting with a specific part in mind, or are you going for the whole system and just listening out?
Going for the whole system, mm-hmm. I think. Yeah.
I think that would, if I just had to make a quick suggestion, I would probably just try the other way. Just I have a date with this part, and it's at this time, and because if you're not getting a lot from the rest of the system, then I guess it probably couldn't hurt to just try that other approach.
Yeah, definitely.
And I've been doing that more and more with my own check-ins, where I had been doing the latter approach of check in with everybody, just see what's up. And I just kept getting the message back over and over that parts wanted to be more they didn't like that. Like they were feeling left out, and they were getting left out. I would see a part once, and then I wouldn't see it for 2 months because it wasn't the loudest one in the room. So
Yeah.
I know I've had to be more methodical personally of like,
Okay.
this is the part I'm going to go see today, and maybe I have 3 or 4 days set aside where, because I'm not spending a whole hour with it, I'll kind of do 10, 15 minutes at a time at the most. So just a suggestion.
Yeah. Yeah. No, I think that's good.
I know that's what they recommend, when the experts, they say stick with a part that you've unburdened for 3 or 4 weeks, daily check-ins.
Okay.
So when you hear that as a suggestion, do you feel like does stuff come up as resistant to that?
Not the idea.
Mm-hmm.
I just, I kind of feel like, well, I hope I could do it. I want to do it. I just, yeah, even journaling, I've been resistant about. I don't know why. But like that, just another form of connecting with myself. And I don't know, maybe it's that productive part that says it's not productive to do that,
Is that something new? Like, were you journaling more before and then you stopped, or?
Yeah, I was being pretty consistent about it. In this last year, I started, and it helps when I can, journal out my feelings. But I had been doing it at bedtime, and then a lot of times now I'll get into bed and I'll just go, oh, I don't feel like it, and then just go to bed.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. It would be hard for me to do at bedtime. I know that. I do it like first thing in the morning. So
yeah,
it might just be another thing to think about. If there's another place in your routine where you would like to make that time.
Yeah, they say mornings are good. Like, I don't know if you've heard of the Artist Way in the morning pages, but
yeah,
they recommend that.
Yeah, I feel like I've read 20 books on productivity and like habits and stuff, and definitely all about that morning routine, and like I don't skip it. The parts check-in I've started building in like 6 months ago or so, and I don't know.
In the morning?
Yeah, I feel like it's like the best part of my day, really.
When you first wake up?
I wake up, I get moving very first thing. I have a treadmill, and I just heard that from a lot of different people of like, you have to get moving, drink a bunch of water, and then so after I've moved for 15 minutes, I'm not like sprinting or anything. I'm really just walking fast, and then I'll go and sit down and do my meditation and parts check-in.
That sounds like a good routine.
Yeah, I've been trying to perfect that morning routine for a few years now, and I really feel like I'm in a good place with it, and it's just great. But it also depends on going to bed on time, which is my other struggle.
Yeah. If you don't go to bed on time, you don't do it?
I still do it. I just don't feel like I'll still get up with the alarm at the same time every day, but I'll just feel groggy and not as pleasant.
Yeah.
Yeah, we could look at parts that might be resistant to that, or we could do another, like, you just kind of practice what it would look like, or we could go anywhere we want to go.
Yeah, maybe we can practice again.
Okay. I wonder if it would help to imagine yourself in whatever place you would be doing this. If you're not already there, like in that time of day or that place, and then or if there would be like a ritual or something, do you sit down with some tea or something that's kind of signals it?
Yeah, I like to make tea in the morning.
So get in your place, and yeah, let's see. Maybe we could practice like a targeted part check-in.
Okay.
Do you have one in mind?
Maybe the part we worked with last time.
Mm-hmm. It's a 5-year-old part that was operating a machine.
It's weird because I don't even. Can you remind me?
Yeah, I have my notes right here.
Okay.
Okay, let's see. There was a part that was afraid of being exposed to the world, like due to healing, that would cause going out in the world and having exposure, and then dealing with that with numbing. And I believe that you were speaking to a part that said it didn't trust you to protect it from the people who wanted to hurt us, and maybe some concern that going into a deep depression would happen again for years, and that anyone or everyone could be hurt or disappointed by us. And then a part saying that, like, she's a baby, she's being a baby, overreacting. And finally, yes, this part that was working machine with all 4 limbs, so busy weighing the scariness, I think that's what I wrote, of what could happen, escaping and avoiding. And then I don't recall what exactly, if we did an unburdening process with that part.
I think we did.
Okay.
Yeah, I think I remember kind of tensing my body and like silence. I think maybe silent screaming for a little bit.
And I get in some of those, like, can you get back into that and feel those feelings again in your body? I'm just wondering if that's something that you were noticing already.
Which feelings?
Whatever feelings that exile was causing, of like, yeah, whatever feelings they were causing.
Yeah, I actually haven't really been feeling that that fear as much. Yeah, I feel like that's gotten better.
Great.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, can you? Yeah. Okay. So where would you start? I guess with this exile, then, if you wanted to reconnect with it.
I don't know. I don't know. I guess part of me almost feels like, oh, they're better, so they're fine. Um, like, oh, I don't need to check in. They're almost like we worked with it and now it's dissolved. The part has dissolved.
Yeah. Could be all better. But of course, the parts don't ever go away. So you could check in and verify if it's all better. Or you could look, or you could talk to that part that says everything's fine, we don't need to do this. Although I guess that wouldn't be the targeted check-in that we're trying to do. But if that part kept coming up, that would be somewhere you'd want to go.
Yeah.
So yeah, maybe you could try to verify if that part's all better and if everything's fine. And if there's what else, what's next for it?
Okay. Yeah. She's saying that, like she trusts me now and she does feel better. And she was happy yesterday. I went and watched the sunset and there were dolphins jumping in the ocean.
Nice.
Yeah. And she was real happy about that. But I've been wanting to be more, get into nature more. I just had been so scared to get out. So
that's great.
She's happy about that.
What other questions do you have for her?
What does she need? She likes to she likes me to play and to dance and to be silly. But a lot of times she's like, I don't know, noticing that I don't do that unless I've like been smoking weed or yeah.
Mhm.
A lot of times if I'm not smoking weed, I'm very serious and have a hard time connecting to that playfulness.
That's insightful of her. Does she have any requests around like where she is? Does she feel like she's in a good location?
Yes. Yeah, she's okay. She, was kind of imagining her in my apartment. She's like, well, of course, I'd rather be at the beach, but I want to be wherever you are.
Yeah. Yeah, my parts have a similar feeling a lot of times.
Yeah.
And how does she feel about, like, I mean, there's no mandate that you check in with this part every day, so just wondering how she feels about the frequency or the just how you would check in with her.
Okay. Yeah, I feel like she's saying that I could, I can do this kind of check in, or also I can just be playful. And that like counts too.
Sure. Yeah, well, I don't want to like invent problems where there aren't any. So, if the part's content, then congratulations.
Yeah. Yeah, there is like another part that is I'm trying to put it into words. It's like the part that just wants me to be serious and not playful. I can feel that part kind of going, okay, well, we'll see.
Yeah. Yeah. And how do you respond to that part? Or what's your intuition about going to that part?
I don't know. I guess I feel a little defeated by that part, like that part tends to be in charge.
Yeah. Yeah, sounds just like my check-ins.
Yeah.
It's always the busy part that doesn't want to do it, wants to get back to other things. So I pretty much always have to do some work with that part. And the more I do it, the more it's like, okay, yes, again, again. It gets easier, but it's always there. So,
yeah, it reminds me of, I don't know if it's the same part or not, but the manager, the Italian, New York, like no nonsense, we gotta stay busy. We have quotas,
Yeah, sure.
we gotta work, like no time for nonsense.
Yeah. And so you said you're feeling maybe a little defeated towards that part.
Yeah. So I feel like he's domineering and tends to I don't know, win or be the boss.
Okay. Do you want to try focusing on him for a minute here?
Yeah.
Okay. And that feeling defeated feeling, can you ask that one for some space?
Okay. Yeah, that's fine.
Okay. And since you've heard from this part so much, I don't know if you want to ask it what it wants you to know, ask it what it's afraid will happen, those kind of questions, or if you already have some kind of shortcut to connect with it and show it appreciation.
Oh, are you there?
I'm here.
Oh, sorry, my phone made a noise. Okay. Yeah, I think I need to ask the questions again. I mean, they're kind of familiar, but he's like we've got quotas, we've got deadlines. This is a well-oiled machine.
Mm-hmm.
We have to just keep it going, or else everyone's going to be disappointed.
Yeah. And how do you feel towards him when you hear that?
I'm compassionate and curious. It makes sense.
Mm-hmm. Does he feel like you get it, that it makes sense to you?
He's kind of like, I don't think you do get it.
Mm-hmm.
You know, the shitstorm that'll happen if we don't do our job. Like the world's going to fall apart.
Yeah. And then looking for that, the fear around that, the layers of the fear, and if there's some perhaps kind of exile that he's protecting. What would be so bad about not hitting those quotas? What would be so bad about the world falling apart?
Like, well, it would be all my fault. And I think he's scared
Mm-hmm.
of the punishment. Maybe that's why it's like an Italian manager, because it's more like a mafia type
Yeah. Yeah.
energy where it's not just a business.
Mm.
And then maybe it's like, no, you don't understand that we're not just dealing with like regular people being disappointed.
Yeah. And how do you respond to that when you hear from him?
Yeah, I have compassion. I feel like it makes sense why he's so intense and serious.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I would stay with this part and really try to look for what's at the end of the road with those fears. Make sure he understands or sees your real age.
Yeah, he thought I was a kid.
Mm. And sometimes that's a really good clue for like where to find an exile too, is the age that he thinks you are.
Mm.
You could ask, like, if you're able to heal that exile, the part that he's protecting, what would he rather be doing? Or yeah, how would he like to spend his energy?
I think he wants like maybe still a management type position, but in like a fun place. I see him wearing like a Hawaiian shirt and
Yeah,
like
it's at the resort.
yeah.
You could also ask if he's protecting another part of you, and maybe if he could point you in that direction so that you could do that. I was just going to suggest that you ask that part if it could point you towards the part that it protects, and then you could make that somewhat of a bookmark for next time, or you could ask, or you could let it know that that's your intention, and just let it know you're on the way.
Okay, that sounds good.
It's nice working with you. You clearly have all the tools, and you're able to do all this.
Thank you so much.
Do you want to help bring more self-energy to the world? If you'd like to participate in calls or help out with this project in any way, I'd love to hear your ideas. Join the Discord server or contact me at james@liveifs.com. A huge thanks to our audio engineer, Yvonne, for your care and diligence in editing the calls. To every caller for your courage in sharing some of your parts. And to anyone out there getting to know their internal system, keep going. Who knows, that might be the most selfless, helpful thing you can do for others, and you're the only one who can do it. If you'd like to see us reach the largest audience, we must please the almighty suggestion algorithms at iTunes and YouTube, and they don't care about the power of IFS. They're looking for likes and shares and comments, and the sooner the better. Follow the links in the show notes right here in your podcast player to make your wishes known. And now, a minute of meditation. Or if you prefer, pull over. You can do it in 60 seconds. Just click one of those links. They're right there, and give us a like or a 5-star rating. It would really help. If you think this project is helping people, you're helping people by sharing it. Thank you.